Hi guys, how are you? Happy, what's the date today? Oh my goodness, September the 13th. Can you believe it? September is halfway over already. So much to do. So I am Jennifer Kirk. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario. I've been doing a little bit of different social media posts this week, and I just thought that, you know, as a little stretch or add-on for that, I'll give a little information about what I do to unwind at night. So for those of you that don't know, I have a very, very stressful day job. I'm an environmental consultant. I lead a team of scientists across Canada, and we do risk assessment. So we look at contaminants in the environment and how they impact health. And it is very stressful. So if you guys are here, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. So my job is crazy, like crazy hours, crazy stress. And so what I do to unwind, other than read, so I love to read, is I stamp. And for those of you that have joined me before, I try and go live every Wednesday to do a card. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So stamping and coloring, especially coloring and fussy cutting, are two of my favorite. So stamping, but of stamping, coloring and fussy cutting are two of my favorite activities of stamping that really just bring the stress level way down. So we're gonna make a card tonight. It's featuring the Patchwork dies and the, can you guess it? The Autumn Leaves bundle. So I have just been loving that Autumn Leaves. I'm trying to get myself psyched up to autumn because I love the summer. But we are going to, I'm going to turn you around and we are going to make a card. And this is, I'm just trying to get, while I'm talking to you, I'm not ignoring you, I'm trying to get my Facebook up so that I can see any comments that may come in. So I'm just going to move that off to the side there. So I'm going to flip you around. Close your eyes, okay, so that you don't get sick. And we're going to see the gorgeous card. I think it's gorgeous. I'm a little biased. Card that we're going to make tonight with the featuring the Autumn Leaves bundle. Okay, so shut your eyes. Okay, let me flip. I don't want you to see my mess. Okay, shut them. I'll tell you when it's done. All right, I'm just focusing in here, and it's not straight, so give me 1 second. Let me get it straight. We have Milo in the room with us today. So Milo is my crazy puppy. So if you hear any scratching or strange noises, that's what it is. All right. So do you see this card? This is featuring the absolutely stunning designer Sears paper, which I've showed you before. The dies, a technique that we did last week, which I will show you again tonight. And actually there's two techniques. So the first one is the embossing folder with the die on it. And then we're going to do the patchwork and these leaves. Okay, so let's get organized. I'm a little bit discombobulated tonight, so I apologize profusely. Okay, I'm gonna set up the embossing, but I'm not actually gonna do it just because my embossing folder is still wet because I did a sample here. Isn't that cool? Absolutely cool. Okay, so all you do to do this is still wet, so it may kind of go a little strange on me, but let's see. And I don't have any, oh, I do have paper towel. Let's see if I can dry it a bit. So I'm going a bit later tonight. Our dinner was delayed again. Okay, so all we do is we take our sponge brayer, we take our embossing folder, okay, and our ink, and all I do is kind of go across, and I'm like, okay, this is the side that's sticking up, so I'm going to put ink on this side. put it on either side, but I want it to be in the crevices. So I'm just going to take my brayer, I'm just going to run it on, and I'm just going to add ink right to my embossing folder. This is so easy to clean, just run it underneath the tap, and all this ink will come off. So you just cover it, and then you stick your page inside, run it through your machine, and you end up with this. Hi, Cindy. How are you? How's the weather where you are? Okay, so that's what we do there. Okay. So then we have our card base. So I am using very vanilla. I haven't had time to do. Normally I try and get all of this done, but it's crazy times at work. So you have to bear with me while I do some of the basics here. So I'm just scoring this at 4 1/4, and I like to use my scoring or my trimmer edge here. So I line up this edge, and then I get a nice crease, a nice fold. All right. So we have a bunch of pieces. So with this card, okay, with this DSP, all I did was I ran it through with the die twice. So I ran it through once with this paper, once with this paper, and then I can get 2 cards out of it. So all we're going to do, this is my base here, is we're going to try and figure out the direction of these guys. Okay, so I'm doing a puzzle. Who here likes doing puzzles? Okay, so this will be there. This one will be there. This one will be there. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. There'll be something that messes up. Okay. I shared this video with my friends who stamp. Oh, thank you, Cindy. It's sunny and in the 70s. Oh, nice. It's chilly here, actually, but it's going to warm up again. We had a front come through yesterday with some cooler weather, but the weekend is supposed to be nice. So I can't go outside anyway during the week because of my work. So I'm okay if it's yucky right now. Okay, so you can see all of these fit in. Okay, so all we're going to do is glue these. Now, in the middle, there's going to be an empty spot, but that's okay because we're going to hide it. See, we're going to hide it with our ribbon and stuff. So let's just grab our glue. Hey, Amanda. Oh, thank you, Cindy. You know what? This paper does it all. Seriously, this paper is just stunning. Absolutely. I forgot my water bottle. I've been talking too much today. Okay, so I'm placing it down. I'm not pushing it down because I want to have a little bit of ability to wiggle to get things straight. And I like to start at the corners. And if I get my corners kind of set up, then normally the rest of the card will come together. And if it doesn't, if you end up having a larger border on the top or the bottom or a side, then all you have to do is trim it. It doesn't have to be the exact size that we have going here. Okay, so again, I'm not pushing any of these down. I'm just placing, let me see how I have different sizes here. So I'm just going to move this one over and see how easy it is to move. Soon that won't be easy to move because the glue will start to stick even though I haven't pushed it down. But for right now, I am doing okay. So I'm going to move that up a little. I have to take my glasses off to see. How bad is that? Aren't you supposed to wear glasses to see? And I just went to the optometrist. All right. My glasses are good for reading on the computer, but they're not so good for seeing closer than the computer. Okay. We're almost almost done gluing. Or gluing the puzzle. But this card, like this die, this patchwork die, is beautiful. I'm going to make a whole bunch of Christmas cards with it. I can't wait. And I have a ton and ton of thank you cards I have to make. Because I have 3 events coming up in the next month, which is crazy. Crazy work, crazy stamping, but it's fun. I can't wait to stamp in person again with people. Let's just hope all the nasty little bugs stay away for a while. Okay, so we're almost done. So I'm just going to make sure I put glue on the right side. I'm going to do a final check of my placement. So see, this one's way out. Okay, again, I don't care about the middle. I care about all of the pieces. So those are getting stickier. Okay, so I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and now I'm just gonna flip it over and I'm just gonna push it down. And I'm just gonna tell it to stick. Okay, and there we go. Woohoo! So we're gonna take, I think this is 3 3/4 by 5, and this is I think I got the wrong color. I did. But you know what? That looks okay. But I do like the copper clay, so I got pecan pie on this. Let's just stick with pecan pie. That's okay. It'll be a little bit off, but it's a different color. We'll see if it makes a difference, eh? So the first one is copper clay, and this one is pecan pie. So the DSP is actually copper clay, so it might look a little bit better with the copper clay. But, and the ink I used was copper clay, but we'll see. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue this onto here. See how easy this is? It's just gluing. But I will show you another technique soon. So we did this technique first. Okay, and then we can glue this. Lots of layers. I like layers. How many layers do you guys usually do in your cards? Do you do quite a few? Okay, and then we're going to stick this here. Okay, so now let's do our leaves. So I'm going to put this on. So I have a scrap piece of paper here. Oh, I just turned my light off. Okay, I have Versamark, my well-loved Versamark. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leaf and I'm going to stamp it in Versamark. You guys just saw. Okay. So you won't be able to see that. It's a watermark color. And then I'm going to take my pastels. So I did this last week. I'm doing it again so you guys can see. I'm going to do it 2 different ways. Okay, so one, I'm using a cotton wool bud, and I'm just going to transfer some chalk, and I'm just going to rub it on. So I wanted an orangey color leaf, and we just have yellows and red, so you take yellow and red together, and that makes orange. 3 or more layers, yeah. I like to layer too. Sometimes I get carried away layering. But it's so fun. Okay, so that's one way. So we just keep adding the chalk until we are happy with it, and then we're going to cut that out with the cut and emboss machine. The other way to do it is to actually, this one will make a much more vibrant leaf. Okay, so this is very subtle and very pretty. This one, I'm going to actually take the chalk and I'm just going to run it right across. Okay, so it's much, much darker. I'm just going to get rid of some of those pieces so that they're not all over my desktop. And then I'm going to take the red, and I'm going to do the same because I really want an orange leaf. Okay, and then I'm going to take a clean side of this. Let me get rid of some of this dust. I'm going to take a clean side and I'm just going to rub it off. Okay, and there you go. See how this is a lot more vibrant than that? So whatever look you're looking for, if you want a darker one or a more subtle one, then you have two different ways that you can apply your chalks, your soft pastels. So these are available through Stampin' Up. Okay, so we're going to take our die right here, and we're going to cut it out. And the magic of Stampin' Up, I got it right here. But one thing I did forget to do when I had my chalks out is my little leaf, and I've lost it. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with the little leaf, but I'm just going to color it. I'm just going to color it. So this will be a little bit darker. You know what? I forgot to put Versamark down. Oops. Let's see, is this going to stick on? I don't think it is. Nope. That's okay. That works. So what I did on this one is I just stuck it into the Versamark. But we're okay doing this. I'm just going to cover it up. We'll get a different look. No two cards have to be exactly the same. Okay, there we go. So now I have chalk everywhere, so you know my card. Hi, Heather. How are you? You know my card is not going to be clean by the end of this, right? Because that's just the way I roll. Now, what am I looking for? I have too much stuff on my desk. Okay, so we're going to bring our copper clay back in and a sponge dauber. And I'm just going to go around with the copper clay on the outside. So I'm just going to make it a little more of a contrast. You can add some in the middle too if you want. If you want to have a little bit of a darker look on the inside. I'm not going to. I like the orange. Okay. So all I'm doing is putting a little bit of ink on the edge, and I'm just flicking the side of it, just like that. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for here. Just like that. Okay. All right. We are getting close, guys. All right. So we do need to, where did I put my ink away? We need to stamp our sentiment. Oh my goodness. I need to clean my block. Okay. Is that stuck? Let's hope it doesn't fall off on my project. Okay, right there. Okay, now we'll put the ink pad away before my project ends up in the ink pad. Put that over there. Okay, so let's come back to our card. So we have our sentiment, we have our leaves, and we need a little bit of ribbon. So I am almost out of ribbon, and my order has not arrived. My order is stuck in Winter Peg. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this. So this is the ribbon. It comes in a dual pack. It comes with a beautiful copper ribbon, which that's all I have left of the roll. Okay, so this comes in as a dual. Isn't that gorgeous together? Oh, love it. Okay, so, and I'm almost out of this one. So we're gonna cut this about the same size here, and I want to just do little banners. So I'm just going to take my scissors, and this ribbon will fray. Okay, so I just cut a little slit in the middle, and then I'm going to go from the corner to the slit. I should have my ribbon scissors so that I don't get that. I have scissors that are dedicated to ribbon, so they're much sharper. They don't get dulled by the paper. That involves me opening my eyes and looking for them. Okay, so we're just going to do another slit there. Cut this here. And cut that there. And then we're going to cut the inside. Okay, so we are ready to put the front of our card together. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some seal down here. Okay. And stick that on, just like that. And we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. I'm getting low on my dimensionals, so I always like to use the end of it. There's no waste in this house, for dimensionals anyway. Okay, and I've got stuff stuck to me. I have chalk everywhere. It's crazy. Okay, we're going to stick this here. And then I'm just going to tuck that right in just like that. Now you can see this one, I don't have a vein. This one I have a vein, this one I don't have a vein. So all I did was I took my Cajun Craze, simply because I haven't bought copper clay markers yet, and I just kind of colored up on this vein. Just like that. Okay, we're almost done the front. So I'm just going to tuck this in, just right in there. I hate coloring. I hate covering up that gorgeous DSP. Okay, and then I'm going to tuck this one in, right like that. And there we go. That's the front of the card. So for the inside of the card, all I did was stamped a for you, and then I put this other one on the inside, and I did a maple leaf as well with the same method. You get messy sometimes also when I'm creating. Yeah, you know what? That's the fun of it, right? I can always go wash my hands. I have really dry skin, so everything sticks to my skin because it's kind of yucky. It's yucky, and it's just going to get worse with the winter coming. Yeah, the ribbon is gorgeous, and it's really cool. I don't think I have a card handy. Oh, yeah, can I show this one? No, I can't show that one because that's for an event. But this card is really cool because the ribbon is really cool because you can fray the ends of it and you can get a frayed look. After my event, I can show you. Well, maybe I can show you right now. All I do is kind of go like this, and you see the ends fray, so you can get a really cool look just by pulling at your ribbon. Isn't that neat? Love it. Love it, and it's very soft. It's too wide for like a bow for on your card, but it's great for banners and decorations and stuff like that. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this card. I have little pieces of ribbon everywhere. I look forward to stamping with you next week, so have an amazing week, and we will talk soon. Thank you for joining. Bye for now.